So people might say we do this wrong. I don't know. It works for me. I built a few cages, as you saw in the Corvette. I also did. This is Mace's Skyline. He's got an R32, which has an RB25 that he did actually crash. Rest in peace, Mace. We use this. People do it manually. This just sort of measures it all out. You can make the notches and everything. It tells you the bend, where to start the bend, where the next bend is, how much to rotate it. It just works for me. It's easier. If I'm using it wrong, fair enough, it works for me, whatever. But yeah, we're gonna measure up all the points in Bert's cage, in Bert's car for the main hoop. We actually use, I use masking tape. I put points around, as you'll see in a minute. We did start measuring it and we thought we'd better film this. I use masking tape, draw lines on it. I've got a pre-bent 90, which I use for like a test bend to see where I need to put the bend, the center of bend, etc. So we'll try to do our best. Try not to go into too much detail. We don't want to bore you. But yeah, still need to cut some bits out of Bert's old cage like this and some other bits. But yeah, let's get it. So I have a few bits of equipment that I use when I'm doing this. I've got my little notepad. It's fluffy as well. A couple of pens, your masking tape, your tape, and a level. Like I said, I don't want to bore you too much, but this is how we do it.
We kind of want to show you what we do, but it's like there's enough tutorials out there and enough people that do this kind of stuff. So we're just going to show you a rough idea because we just want to get on with bending the cage and getting the hoop in. But yeah, we'll go for it.
So I've made mistakes before where you put the cage too tight to this. You can't weld around the back of it. Don't make that mistake. I usually leave a nice gap. Hopefully the bottom of the cage will be around here. And then obviously you want it nice and tight against this pillar. Depending on where the person sits, I know where Bert sits and this will be like basically just above his head. It's pretty much going to mimic the old cage. It's just going to be TIG welded, not ropey MIG welded. So masking tape for where you want your bends to be. And then sort of just...
The other thing is, you see that bit of a primer? This bar was bolted in there. We've removed that because we were going to weld to it. It was a bit flimsy, so we're probably going to remake that bar and then we can tie the cage to that rather than trying to weld the cage to the roof, because that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
I don't really think.
Yeah, and then I've got to get Adam back on the painting, which he'll be all emotional about.
So I'm using that one. There's already one on the other side. We have, like I say, partly measured this. We've got the marks at the top for where we need it to be. And then quite literally, I mean, the floor plate's going to be here, the little box we're going to make. You quite literally just measure between them. So they say that's about 6'10". And then measure between that one. But the problem is with this one, you want this to be like level, if that makes sense. So you want to measure that. There you are, boys. I'm going to have to prop the camera up. Always measure twice. Don't make that mistake. 355 is what I got. Bloody wonderful. The way Bentec works, it goes up straight rather than a diagonal. So if you were measuring there to there, that will technically be longer than just going straight up. If that makes sense. Hope it does. Perfect. Yeah, and then you've got to measure the widths of everything. And then up here, measure that. There you are, boys. Bloody wonderful. Yeah. Roll cage tubing's well expensive. Those 3 lengths was like 300 quid. And until we're as famous as all the big YouTubers, can't afford that sort of stuff to be scrapped. So, as you can see, our units are shithole.
We're not Axel Hildebrandy.
Yeah, that's the dream. So this is JD² Model 32 bender. Bought this years ago and it's done us pretty well. When you're using it, don't forget to use this. The Super Draw, whatever it is, 42.
Always need lube.
Always need lube. More lube makes it better. More enjoyable for everyone. Give her a nice coating. There's probably a better way of doing all this stuff, like I said, but this is how I do it, and it works.
And we are going to get a hydraulic bender soon.
At some point, going to buy a hydraulic bender.
We do bend quite a lot of shit.
We bend stuff, not just doing this, we bend other stuff.
Yeah, I know we are pretty fucking stupid, but we also are kind of clever. Well, I don't know about me, I'm pretty autistic, but Rob, he's pretty clever.
You've always got the tongue out there. Don't want to bore you too much, but you click, so I've drawn the main hoop, that's the main hoop, checked all the measurements, and then you press part details. This is why I love it. Tells you the cut length. We have already cut the length, as you saw a minute ago.
So it's 3 metre length we need.
Yeah, it says 2.888, but I always just oversize it a little bit. And then it will tell you the location of the first bend and the angle of the first bend. You can take into account spring angles, all that stuff. We just double check it all, and like I say, so far it's worked pretty good. You can ask Axel Hildebrand. His cage is pretty cool. Because we've got a bit extra on, I'm going to add 50 mil at the start of each location, basically. So the first one's going to be 558 plus 50, 6, 8. So then you literally just go 30 degrees right next to it, so you know where you're going. And then 894 plus 50. You have to cut it there, but I fucking can't do mental maths.
You are?
I'm special, mate. I can't do mental maths. I've got a university degree in mechanical design.
There is no cutting, boys. We're just ripping.
A few moments later.
Boys, 2, 2, 2, 5. Plus 50. Bloody wonderful.
Chuck it in the bender.
No, put the bender.
Here we go then.
So, there you go, it's dropping.
Oh. As you can see, not much fucking daylight there. Touch fit, baby.
We need to, once we've done the feet plate at the bottom, instead of doing what I'm doing, we'll ratchet strap it out slightly so it touches on that corner.
So we're going to get it to pull out a bit more.
But yeah.
So touch fit there.
Pretty good, I would say. We did have to cut a little bit of the AE86 out to get it to fit a bit better and touch the roof. I'm nervous.
I'm nervous. There you go.
Pretty good, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Not as stupid as we look.
What are you gonna do? I'll get you your foot. Touch fit. Oh yeah. If you haven't guessed, the audio's a bit better as well. We're wearing the mics this time.
We're hoping it's better.
Yeah.
Haven't actually tried it.
Might not be. So, yeah, as you can see, we've got the hoop in and we're over the moon. Touch fit everywhere, exactly how you want it. Rob's happy. So.
A little bit of ratchet strapping at the bottom once we get the feet plate in, just to get it exactly where we want it to sit at the bottom and get everything equal. But yeah, in terms of, it touches the roof in the 2 points. Obviously the roof's curved, so it's not going to touch everywhere. And then it touches on the side, so we can stitch weld it, because I've done gussets before, the dimple dies. I'm not a fan personally. I'd rather spend a bit more time, get it right, and it fit better than have big gusset plates for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, so also there should be a merch drop soon. I know we keep going on about it, but we've got the design done. We will get it out, and we can give the winner their T-shirt for George's car. He's got it mapped.
No, that is
now.
mapped. Yeah.
So we have got a power figure, but we're gonna keep it on quiet at the minute.
Sorry everything takes so long.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
part-time doing everything.
We do everything else in between, so this is kind of thing on the side.
Yeah, hope you like the video, and there's probably going to be a few more on the cage, because obviously we literally made the main hoop. Everything's a bit easier from here on. This is sort of the datum. But I'll pick up George's car on the weekend from mapping. So yeah, should be another little video and other ones in between, hopefully.
Sorry it wasn't as funny as usual, trying to get this right.
But picking up George's car will be funny.
Yeah.
It's going to break.
Yeah, so. All right, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe.
Easy. Easy. Stop the mics, bro.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
I know, that's the hard.